So coming around that corner back there is going to be a big old spreader truck, and that's our secret to successful food plots. Stay tuned. We're going to spread some lime today. The big old truck coming on down the road. All right, I'm going to take him to our first food plot. It's about 3/4 of a mile here down the road. You can probably see him behind me back there, but it's really hard to get lime at any time here in Florida. These trucks stay pretty busy with the peanut and the cotton farmers, and they spread fertilizer and they spread lime, and they're just, don't have a lot of time to spare to come help us out. But we've been getting lime here for about 14 years, getting it every couple years. But it's actually been about 5 or 6 since we got our last load. So I'm real thankful. Would have liked for it to have shown up at 8 o'clock this morning, but it's 4 o'clock and we've got it. So we're going to count that as a win. Okay, so we formulated a game plan in the truck there. What we're going to do is go down to the other end of the plot and start, and then come out here into the bigger area. But there's a little dog leg out here that I want to get done. He's never limed here for us before, so he doesn't know this plot, but we'll figure it out. Behind the camera, there was a couple deer in the plot when I walked in. He's just going to go ahead and spread it then, I guess. I got pelted with lime. So what I told him to do was put it out at a rate of about 2 tons per acre. I haven't limed this plot in a while, and I don't want to lime it again for a couple years. I haven't done a soil sample to check the pH, but I know the pH has had to have risen quite a bit. Your pH will go up as you use fertilizer, and this is light sandy soil, so a lot of it will leach down. So I want to put it out nice and thick. You see he's got those wide flotation tires. And you see how some of it's getting wasted. It actually just hit me. But that's the way it goes when you're putting out lime. You're not going to get it exactly everywhere that you want it perfectly. I'm going to have to clean off the game camera over there as well. But he's no joke. I mean, he's not wasting any time. He's just shifting and going. A lot of guys will kind of take their time and, man, it actually hit me. So dolomite lime is actually mined around here, and they pulverize it in a quarry. So there's actually little pieces of rock in there, and that one just hit me. It's just exciting to get this lime done. Totally changes the way that fertilizer and other nutrients can get into the plant and then transfer it to the deer. I'm looking over my shoulder. This man will run me over. Lime will loosen up that molecular bonding between nutrients. You want every piece of lime to touch a piece of soil. That's how lime works. I think he got close enough to that edge that he actually threw it up over there. And another piece just hit my knee. That one might leave a mark. He's just going to town, putting it out. So if I didn't say it, this is a 1 acre food plot. So we want to put out at least 2 tons of lime on this food plot at the rate of 2 tons per acre. He's got, I think, 8 tons of lime. I don't know if I already said that. Actually, I got it right now. It's got 7.99 tons of lime. It's going to cost me $450 to lime 2 plots, possibly 3 plots. So he's going back in that little alcove back there, and that's a great place for bucks. Bucks like to come and approach the plot from back there, get some nutrition back there. So there's my condo right there, and then there's that little woods path right there. And a lot of times the bucks will come right up where that truck is and just kind of survey the plot before they'll come into it. So the primary purpose of a food plot is nutrition for the deer, of course, but it's also, harvest opportunities. And that's just a real good little place right there. Deer don't like a big open square area. They like long, thin fields with lots of edge, lots of cover, and that's what that provides them there. They feel safer in that little corridor before they come out here into the bigger plot. And this oak tree right behind me, they love to do a scrape and rub on that oak tree. It actually got bent over by the hurricane, but I straightened it up with some sticks because the deer like it so much. So for pH values, you want to be around 6.5 or so to grow most things in a food plot. And he's going where it might get a little wet. I told him not to go on the edges of the plot. Oh, he ain't stuck though, so that's good. But you want to be right around 6.5. And like I said, I didn't pull a soil sample, but when we first started food plotting this land, It was right around 3.4 to 4.0, and acid is exponential, or the pH level is exponential, so that's like 10 to the third power more acid than you want it to be. I hope you don't spread it all in this one plot. But this is what you have to do. You can't use lawn lime, that pelletized lime. You can't use lime where you just throw it out in 50-pound bags. You've got to put out lime in the tonnage if you want it to make a difference. Okay, that's what lime looks like. It's pulverized lime, and it's a lot like sand. And he figures that he's put out about 3 of the 8 tons so far. But I'm gonna let him look at it because I'm not a good judge. So you see these paddle wheels behind me. I'm not gonna get too close because they'll hurt you. But they're hydraulically driven, and they just spit that lime out. I'm gonna try and grab a handful of this lime to show you. So this is what lime looks like. Doesn't really smell like anything. It's a lot like sand. Okay, we got a game plan. There were certain areas he didn't know that I wanted hit, but I definitely want along the edge of the woods here hit good, and also where the truck is sitting. He didn't think I wanted that hit. So he's gonna hit that right now. I think he said, it's hard for me to remember everything, but I think he said we got maybe pushing 5 tons left in the truck. So we definitely got plenty for Ninja. We're at T-cell now. We definitely have plenty for Ninja, but he's gonna turn around and hit that, hit up next to that woods edge, and then he's gonna lime as he goes out. I think that'll get it. I think he's gonna come from over my shoulder and just go on out. Sometimes what I wanna do and what the driver wants to do are 2 different things, but I trust his memory on what he's done and what he hasn't done. All right, we're headed to Ninja. I asked him to put it out really thick. He normally spreads it 1 ton per acre. He set it to 2 tons per acre, and I think I would have liked it a little bit thicker, but it's hard to get them to do exactly what you want to do, but they're the experts. But I think there's a few places that he missed, but at the end of the day, it's a food plot, right? We're not trying to grow food for the world here. Actually, when we were coming in and the truck was behind me, I saw a deer on the road going down to Ninja, so maybe we'll see when we go down this road. All right, we're at the next food plot. He's coming down the road now. I'm gonna guide him in on this road here. We did our best when we were designing these food plots to have nice roads so that these big trucks could come in here and help us out. We've actually got a lime truck stuck before, and I had to get a bulldozer to pull it out, so we don't want to do that today. He should be coming over my shoulder. I hear him. This is a pretty straightforward food plot. It doesn't have a lot of twists and bends like that last one. All right, he's starting to spread. So as I was saying, we've had a lot of issues with spreading lime. We've had trucks get here and the hydraulics blow out. They had a 4-wheel drive truck at one time, and the 4-wheel drive went out while they were spreading. And they're real reluctant to spread food plots, so we're just happy they're helping us out. You can see it slings some into the woods, and you just got to accept you're going to have a little bit of waste and a little bit of loss. You also have to accept that those outer edges aren't going to be limed perfectly. You know, most farmers' fields are going to be square, rectangular, and they can, you know, do 30 feet, move over and do 30 feet, but food plots are irregular, so you just gotta, you know, hope he covers it all, and if you waste a little, you waste a little, and if you get too much in the center, well, that's okay too. You really can't over lime. If you like this video so far, this would be a great time to click that like button. Also, leave a comment down below. How do you do your food plots? Do you lime like this? Do you use pelletized lime? Do you go to Lowe's and get the 50-pound bags and spread it out by hand? What do you do? Leave us a comment down below. Let us know. Uh-oh, he's gonna hit me. Bracing for the impact. Yep, not too bad. I feel like he didn't do right there. We'll see what he thinks. Looks like he's coming around to catch it. I just took a rock to the groin. Yeah, I think he missed that. I think he thought he was done. He said, I hit it again. I can look on the ground and tell how much lime is out there, and there just wasn't a lot there. And that's that whole strip back there. I mean, the whole plot's important, but from that oak tree that way, it tends to be a little bit more wet, a little more moisture. Right in the face. And things grow better. That one actually hurt. Hit me right here. Here too. Okay, we don't have a lot of lime left. I guess we spread out more than we thought in the other ones, and I don't want him to get stuck. And it's a little bit wet back here. Probably wouldn't get stuck. The truck's pretty light, got those big flotation tires. But I told him to back up here and then go that way, rather than coming down here and trying to turn around. When you turn around where it's wet, that's where you get in trouble. Don't waste it. We don't have much left. He said he had about a 1/4 acre left, which I don't know, what's that, a ton? Less than a ton? So I guess we put it out too thick in the other pots. I think we're on empty. Was that it? All right guys, so in a nutshell, that's liming food plots. Now I didn't get as much lime as I wanted to on this last food plot, but that's because I made him go over some of the other ones. This food plot is important, but I really wanted those other ones to get lime. And he said his acre meter said he had spread 8 acres. And not that he had gone over 8 acres for me, but just the amount of lime that he would normally spread, it was 8 acres. So I probably shouldn't have had him go over that. But I really wanted that pot to be good, and this one just got a little bit less. And so I thought I maybe would have some extra for our community pot, but I didn't. But that's just the way it goes. It's an inexact science. But that's what we do out here. We try to keep this land as fertile as possible, try to transfer those nutrients from the ground into the deer's body. And the way we do that is getting that pH right with some lime, and then we put in something that has a lot of protein and a lot of nutrients like rye, wheat, clover, chicory, and oats. That's the last thing that we do in our mix. So we put in our pots in November, and then in December, around Christmas time frame, we'll come out here and fertilize. Fertilizer is pretty darn expensive. It's $22 a bag. It used to be $15 a bag. But we'll put out some triple 13 out here, kind of green it up real good for the rut going into January and February, and then we'll just let it ride out after that and feed the herd until summer, and then we'll come back and do it all over again in October. But that's all I've got. I got to get on the road. I got a 1-hour drive towing the Kubota back home. So until the next one, you all take care out there. Life's short. Tractor hard.